Dee 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 dee. Keto living is the life for me. Coffee, cooking, and recipes. Spending my days with my doggies. So be a sport. Set your alarm for Wednesdays for the Warden's Report.
Welcome to the Warden Report. You're probably like, Shelly, why do you still have a blanket? Isn't it summer there? It is summer. I'm not feeling my best, so I go between feeling cold to then I'm hot. It is cold in the house, even though it's in the 80s already here every day. The house has been staying cold. Like when I got up, it was still 68 in the house. So, yeah. But anyways, welcome to another week of the Warden Report. I am going to try to be more talkative in this one. I really feel like I dropped the ball the last 2 weeks, especially when we were on vacation. We just, I think our thing is, and he and I really talked a lot on the way home, is we get so caught up just getting to know y'all and hanging out that we're like, oh yeah, we got to be filming. Oh yeah, we got to, do all this. And we've never been good at taking pictures, right? We've just never been picture people. Like we have to force ourselves. So it's never in our forefront mind. So anyways, I'm sorry about that. We are still working on all the different travel stuff. I think Heath is actually going to work on it this weekend and on Tuesday when he's off. And hopefully we get some of that out to you. So sorry about that, y'all. We sucked at that. But let me get into what we were talking about in just a second. All right. What I was going to talk about. I had to go back between on work. But anyways, so Heath and I spoke all the way home. We had some long days, y'all. What is so funny to me, and this is what, because I was reading some notes on here, so I keep it to 8 to 10 hours. Well, when I was planning the road trip, that's what I had. Like the map itself, point A to point B, it would say 8.5 hours or 9 hours. The longest was supposed to be on the way home, which was 10.5 hours. But here's the thing. Just because Google says that, and it would even say, the time, but I swear we would just enter into these time warps. Like, I feel like the first day, obviously, the rain slowed us down, right? That delayed things. But as soon as we got out of Texas, the rain went away, and, we did pretty well. Got to the hotel, wasn't that bad. And I knew, we're going to have to make stops, restroom breaks along the way and everything. But like day 2, it's just like time warp. Just all of a sudden, it was just like an hour passed. And it was like, okay, this shouldn't have taken an hour. Like, what is going on? So like day 2 should have only taken us 8 hours, but it ended up taking us 15. Now I know part of that is we did stop, of course, and we met with Teresa for lunch. So nothing on that end. I mean, I wanted to stay longer, but it was like even when we left Memphis, for some reason it took us an hour to leave Memphis, and we were on the east side of Memphis, so it's not like we had traffic or anything. It's just like we got the car loaded up, we got up, at the right time, and then we went to, I think it was either Dutch or Seven Brew. It must have been Seven Brew if it was Memphis. And next thing you know, it was an hour, and it didn't, like, there was no huge lines or anything. I don't know, y'all. That's what I mean. Just like these little things would happen, and next thing you know, it's just hours have gone. And then when we did leave, it did start lightly snowing. So, I was also watching my speed and all that, and, just wasn't sure. I've never driven in snow before, but it actually wasn't bad. That's what I mean, just these days like that. And then on the way home, again, it said 10.5 hours. But we did get quite a bit of traffic outside of Oklahoma City. It said that was a 25-minute delay. Um, but it was taking forever. So, um, and I don't know. I don't know. I guess then I feel like, well, then if we did a road trip again, am I supposed to only figure a 4 hour drive time because it'll take twice as long? Then you're never going to get anywhere. Like 4 hours, can't even get out of Texas in 4 hours. So yeah, it was long. And I think part of it is that really did us in. This is all our discussions about road trip is it was so many days in a row of these long drives. Like even when we got to Columbus and we had, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday there, like we were still trying to recoup from the 2 long days. But then also, like, we went to Grandpa's Cheese Barn. That was another hour drive back and forth, as it was in Ashland. And then, so it just seemed like, anywhere we were going was still another long drive. It was like nothing was just like right there. So, I think that just kind of exhausted us. And then, on the way home, with the wreck. So if you didn't hear, I'm sure we'll talk about this on the Friday night feast, but he damaged my little baby, my Highlander, my favorite car of all time, all time. Like this is the car, like, how some people say, I think Sharon will relate. Like, this is the car that I got to have. I got to actually choose my brand new car, and it was everything I want, and I love it. Like, even to this day, we've had it for 6 years. Even to this day, when I get in my car, every single time I'm like, I just love you so much, right? I guess it's just the most perfect car for me. I just love it. So 6 years, never even a scratch, and he hit a little pole. I like cried. I I feel like I did pretty good. I did not get too mad at him. I hope not. I hope I wasn't. Lynn was there. I hope, Lynn, I didn't seem horrible to Heath. I know it was an accident. It was just hurt. It just hurt. But and I know again, it was a complete accident. He didn't mean it in any way, and I know he could take it back if he could. It's just, it happened. So that was very, very stressful. Like, oh my gosh, because I was like, okay, is it drivable and all that? And thankfully it was. Thankfully we got home. So I feel very, very fortunate, right, that it did well. And I know that kind of slowed us down. And honestly, I feel like that really not getting any rest for a week, and then just the stress of driving home. Heath was like, you shouldn't stress. There's nothing you could do. And I'm like, but it's still stressful. Like, it's a stress on you. So the stress and the long drives, and I think that just kind of did me in, y'all. Plus it was that time of month. It was like everything at once. So when we got home, I was just literally completely exhausted. Just like I did not feel alive. And we got home at 1 a.m. on Tuesday. We were both already off on Tuesday. I ended up having a sick day on Wednesday because I was like, I just can't. Like, my body was hurting. I was cramping, and I was just felt under the weather. I do have a cough. I think just all of that is probably why I got sick, because there were several days we were getting up at 4:30 in the morning, and then we weren't going to bed till 10 or 11, and I just wasn't sleeping well. Like, the beds were comfortable, the rooms were great, but I just could not sleep well. And then, the dogs, of course, don't let you sleep in. It was just a lot on us. And yeah, so we were talking about all this on the way home, and we're like, you know what? I don't know if it's an age thing or we just didn't plan it right. We were just like, okay, I think we're done with long road trips. I feel like, and I hate saying this, I feel like if we hadn't had the dogs with us, it probably would have been a little better. I love having them with us, but I feel like Delilah is perfect, right? She's cool with whatever, and she's not a big push and anything. She's just perfect. She's like the perfect travel dog. Sam, however, is a very nervous dog. If you met him, you could tell he gets very nervous. I think for him, all of the people, I think that just overwhelmed him. And then having to get up all the new sights and smells everywhere. And then them having long days and them not having a schedule. Like, we were feeding them at odd times, and they're so used to a routine. I think that threw them off as well. So I was like, I think if we had left them here with the pet sitter, would have been 100% better for Sam. And especially because, like, the last 2 days, he was so done. He was so done with being on a leash and everything. He was done. So I think if we had left them here, that would have allowed us a couple days to at least sleep in, because we wouldn't have to get up and take them out. And I think then I wouldn't have been worried about them. I know I don't say worried, but I'm like concerned. When we were going to grandpa's or going out and doing anything, it was like, okay, we also need to get back to the hotel so I can let them out. And so it kind of like limited us on like really getting to socialize and hang out with people, because in the back of my head I'm thinking of my dogs. So yeah, I think going forward, except if it's maybe here in Texas, of course we would probably do a road trip to some event in Austin or Dallas or somewhere. But like we had said before, we were thinking of doing a road trip out west. We're not gonna do a road trip, y'all. That, even in its own, just driving would easily take 2 weeks, because it takes 3 days to get out of Texas. So 3 days to get out, it's going to take 3 days to get back home. That's 6 days. That's a whole week of PTO just for Texas. I'm like, is it really worth it? So I think we pretty much decided. We're still talking with some people, so don't take this as written in stone, but our plans right now for 2026 is we will fly to California. We're probably going to fly to Shauna's, I think, and then just stay there for a few days, and that'll be it. And I think what we want to do going forward is really treat like HungryHorde as a family reunion when we go to the Horde. So like this past week, like it was great having the meetup. We didn't have speakers or anything because I just wanted to spend time with everyone, just one-on-one time, and I tried to do that. I hope I did. I'm sorry if you wanted more time with me. If you ever do, just like flag me down, or go get Heath. But I tried to go around and talk to everybody as much as I could. And that's what we liked. We liked that hanging out. So I think in 2026, instead of doing a road trip where we go and meet all the different people along the way, which is great, I think instead we want to just go to one place, have a meetup there, and everybody could come in. Kind of like, with KPL and other keto events, it's like they have in one place, and then you could come there if you want. So I'm thinking that's what we're probably going to do in the future. And we were mapping things out, y'all. I'm telling you, till 2028. So Heath has every year. Okay, in 2026, we're going to go to the West Coast. 2027, we're going to actually do a trip to Europe. And 2028, he's like, maybe we'll do something at our house and invite people in for a meetup. So mark your calendars. Make sure you are subscribed, because we will definitely continue doing these meetups, because we really, really do love them. And again, we just felt like we wanted more time with everyone. And that was the thing too. Like, it's great on the road trip to meet everyone, but you really, like, what we noticed is every single time we were like, okay, we only got to spend an hour with you. Like, we want more time. An hour is just not enough. Maybe it is on your end. You're like, an hour with you two is more than sufficient. But on our end, we're like, no, we want more time. So, yeah, I think that's our plan in the future. What do you think? What sounds fun to you and entertaining, or um, what are some of your ideas? Let us know. Dinner tonight, I got some fillets, and we're topping it with some of that Amish butter we got from Grandpa's Cheese Barn. Of course, we have onions, mushrooms, jalapenos, a side salad, and a little sweet potato to go with it. For my lunch today, this is something made the other day. This is the third serving. So I basically just made, called it burger soup, but I took a couple of frozen burger patties, a can of diced tomatoes with seasonings, a package of those polomini noodles from Aldi, like 3 or 4 jalapenos, where you see my avocado, and then I used the spicy beef broth from Aldi as well. Added some other seasonings, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and lemon pepper seasoning as well from Redmond's. And so, yeah, this is the last of it, y'all. It has been really good, tastes really good, and it's very filling as well. So, perfect lunch when you're not always feeling the best. All right, it's Saturday. I did my grocery shopping, y'all. So I'm going to show you what I got from H-E-B first. So they have these Sweet Caroline blackberries. They are freaking sweet. They let me taste one, and I was like, whoa. Like, I was shocked how sweet. And I had a $1 off coupon, so I got it for $2.98. Then I had a kind of like a best customer coupon, and it was free. My choice, either the blackberries, which were on sale for $2.98, or these hydroponic strawberries, which were $4.98. So yeah, I'm gonna get this for free. So I got this one for free. I've already, as you can tell, eaten a couple. I was like, oh, I gotta see what this is like. So suck it, Erwan, because these are amazing. And I paid $0, and look how many I got. Well, it's a pound. I got a pound of these huge arse strawberries, y'all. So, got that. Lettuce. We're going to make unwitches for lunch on Sunday, because we got some corned beef from Grandpa's and the Swiss with rye cheese. And so, I need to get some lettuce. And I got more deli meat, because that little bit isn't going to cover it. So I've got their house oven roasted turkey, their in-house Cajun roast beef, and then some of their in-house ham. And then I was going to try this kombucha strawberry lemonade. I love their regular lemonade, but I've never been a huge strawberry lemonade, because usually that tastes fake. But I'm thinking this will probably be different, because it's going to be actual strawberries and not some freaky powder. And then, here we go. We've got Battle of the Clean Dressing. So, I have the Chosen Ranch, and it was $4.88, and then the Primal Kitchen Buffalo Ranch was $5.28? Don't quote me. I know this one was a little bit higher, so I want to know, because I feel like there's like, you either like Chosen or you like Primal, but not both. So which is your favorite on the dressing? So let me know. With us having more of these salads, especially since it's summer, I wanted to make sure we got some clean dressings. I usually just make a vinaigrette for myself, but Heath likes the creamy dressings. So I thought, well, I'll get these two, let him see what he likes, and that'll be perfect for our salad. So we got this backyard salad. Of course, we're going to take out these and the dressing, but I've just been loving these, y'all. These little chopped salads. I love that. And then we like the Mexican sour cream. It's just like thicker, creamier. It's really good. So we prefer this. And then I know I got this for me as a treat today. I feel like after this week, I deserve a treat. And then I got this for probably breakfast on Monday. We'll see. And for my lunch today, this is what I'm having. So it's a steakhouse salmon. I thought, well, salmon is so healthy. I definitely could use some salmon. So I'm trying to, I know I say that after showing you the donuts and all, but I am trying to eat, healthier stuff since we've been back, going out to eat. Of course, you're going to get seed oils and everything else. And I feel like some of the things we ate probably were, more low carb than keto. So I'm really trying to get better, and that means whole foods, y'all. So like my soup was all whole. Just trying to do that. So I'm having the steakhouse salmon. Salmon's so healthy for you. And then they have it with shaved Brussels, garlic Parmesan butter, and bacon in here. And I think I'll add a little more of my Amish butter to it as well. And so I'm going to go get this heated up, and I'll show you the rest of what I got today. All right, on to Aldi, y'all. And a funny little story I'll tell you in a bit. But got some more of the egg life because we used our last package on the Friday night feast. Look, they've got the corned beef, $2.99 a pound. Let me know who made corned beef and cabbage this past week. So I got that. And, of course, I got cabbage. And then some avocados. And then they had a steakhouse wedge. And again, it looks really good. We'll enjoy that. And then, yes, I got strawberries. So we have a lot of strawberries, so I might make a strawberry jam. I don't know. These look really good, y'all. I mean, a little bit of white on some of them, but those are good. I just find that this is better for me to have, like, when we still have that where you want something sweet after you eat dinner. It's so much healthier to just grab a strawberry or two versus, making some kind of chocolate decadent dessert. We'll have strawberries instead. So yes, strawberries. And then I went to Sam's, got my heavy cream. And then I got more cream cheese because I think we used all of it. And some more of the sausage for Heath. So that's our groceries for the week. My salmon is in the air fryer, and I'll show you what that looks like after it's cooked, and then I'll tell you my funny Aldi story. All right, here's that salmon meal simple. Wow, that salmon looks really good. And then here are the side of the Brussels and stuff, and I did add a little bit of cheese, and that kind of got crispy there. So yeah, I think for $7, that's a decent meal. I mean, that's a whole lot cheaper than any fast food place nowadays for a lunch. All right, y'all, my Aldi funny story. So I go to Aldi, and you saw the groceries I got. So they had cabbage. It said 39 cents a pound. So I was like, okay, I'll get a cabbage. At this point, I hadn't got the corned beef, right? It's always the Aldi I go to, like, the produce is right when you enter. So I get the cabbage. I'm like, okay, 39 cents. Heck yeah, let's do it. And then when I went to the checkout, and I wasn't like fully paying attention. Let me know, are you someone that at the check stand you're watching as they ring stuff up and make sure it's all the right things? I try, but I still I'm like waking up, right? So I'm watching, and then I noticed it said lettuce came across, because they're fast, and I'm like, lettuce, and I'm like thinking, I'm like, lettuce, because I did need to get lettuce, but I did not get it at Aldi. Why would I do that? And then I looked down and I'm like, oh, the cabbage. And I'm like, hey, I got cabbage, not lettuce. And he's like, oh, okay. So he takes it off, and then it rings in cauliflower. So the lettuce was $1.59. And then the cabbage that he then rang up was $2.85. And I'm like, it's not cauliflower, not cabbage. He rang up lettuce, and then he rang up cauliflower. And I was like, it's not cauliflower either. And the guy behind me, he started kind of chuckling too. He's like, it's hard to tell them apart, huh? And the kid, he's just like, he goes, oops. He's like, he goes, yeah, I guess I don't know my veggies. And he's like, and I'm still learning all the different codes, and I just put the wrong code in. And so he finally puts in the right code, and it was 35 cents. So that would have been a huge overcharging, whether it was lettuce or the cauliflower, right? Because it was only supposed to be 35 cents and not $2.85. So I thought that was funny. Maybe I'm easily entertained, y'all. So here we are. I feel like it's kind of like the first step of getting back in our routine. Got my Dutch. Oh, Dutch, I missed you. I am so sorry. So I'm having my white coffee breve with sugar-free chocolate and sugar-free strawberry. So freaking delicious. It's so good. So enjoy doing that today. And then, just do the Sam's pickup, going to Aldi. I didn't go to Kroger today because I didn't watch any of the videos of what to get this week. So I was like, ugh. And I'm still trying to get used to Heath's truck. I'm not used to being top. And so it's so weird because I'll be driving and I feel like I'm on a pedestal, like I'm above everybody. It's just so weird to be driving and look down at the cars in front of you. It's just like messes with my mind a little bit that I'm just so high up. And I have to say, it is a little, the angle that you sit at is a little more comfortable because it's kind of like my legs really are at the 90-degree angle. And I feel like in my car, it's a little more relaxed. So you sit back a little better and have, it's not at quite 90 degrees on my knees. But this is comfortable sitting like that. Like it feels comfortable. I don't know if it'd feel comfortable for 1,000 miles, but it's comfortable around here. But it's just getting used to it because I don't know like the front part as well. So when I'm pulling into a spot, I'm like, I don't know how close I am. And then I get out and there's like 2 feet in front of me. So, and I'm definitely, like in my car, I can get into regular parking spots and it's not a big deal. But in the truck, now I know why a lot of truck drivers usually park at the end of the parking lot. Because, yeah, it's scary to try to pull into a narrow spot. So I'm too scared to do that. So I'm either getting the handicap spot or like I'm parking where there's nobody near me. Let me know if you drive a truck. Do you have these issues or am I just silly? So yeah, I try to get used to that. And then like how I do things, like, because it's an extended cab. I don't know if it's extended, but anyways, we have a full back seat and it has its own doors. So I'm putting like the cooler back there rather than the truck bed. The truck bed has like a flat cover on it. So you could put some stuff in the truck bed, but I feel like the cooler's a little bit taller. So I just put it in the back seat, and that seemed to work well. And so it's just kind of like changing up the routine and how we do things, or how I do things when I'm grocery shopping. But it is nice to finally get back in and slowly getting into our routine of things. I have to say, when I was about to leave this morning, the dogs got freaking excited and thought we were all going somewhere. And I'm like, really? Y'all want to leave after this? But, oh, look at that hair. But anyways, yeah, I guess they're ready to go. I definitely need longer. So yeah, that was nice. And then at the HEB I went to, y'all, they have a little cooking section. They call it Cooking Connection. And it's where, they'll make little samples. Like today was actually a good keto sample day. Sometimes all I'm getting is, they usually have a meat and like 2 sides. So sometimes all I'm doing is getting the meat. But today it was the harissa, which I actually have here. Harissa marinated chicken. Oh, that was good. And then she had a green beans with bacon on the side. And those were really good. And then she had some kind of potato salad. I was like, well, don't give me the potato salad. I was hoping it was like a broccoli slaw. But no, it was potato salad. So yeah, I tried that. It was really good. But anyways, the girl at the Cooking Connection, she was like, oh, it looks like you cut your hair. And I was like, oh, I did. So just funny how I always assume nobody notices me or sees me at all. I feel like I have a very forgettable face and person. So when somebody like, I'm there almost every week, and they like, oh, you cut your hair. And I was like, wow, just something that somebody notices. But yeah, so that was nice. And I'm going to tell you something. These blackberries, y'all, I don't even know what usually berries are considered, low sugar. I don't know about these. Let me know, Lisa and Renee, because you're in Texas. Have you got these from HEB? What do you think? I thought it was cool. There was a lady there giving samples, and I was like, the sample people see me too. Because she's usually trying to think if she's the one that does like the sausage or the coffee samples. But anyway, she was sampling these. I said, oh, I'll try one. I'm going to get it anyways. I mean, let's be honest. And she goes, okay. And I was like, wow, that is like, it just like punch you in the face sweet. And I was like, wow. And she goes, yeah, it's always strange to me. A lot of people won't even want a sample. Like, I'll tell them it's a blackberry, but they don't want it. And I'm like, why would they want a sample of blackberry? And she goes, because they think it tastes like a regular blackberry. I'm like, yeah, but still, why wouldn't you want to eat a regular blackberry? Let me know, do y'all do this, like at your stores, if they give out samples and it's keto compliant, like just a blackberry, would you sample it, or do you just say no? It's free, so I always say yes. I'm like, ooh, blackberries. Sometimes they'll do the strawberries. A lot of times they'll have like guac where you can have a sample, and I just tell them, don't give me the chip, and I'll just put the guac on there. What's going on, Sam? Is Delilah in your spot? So let me know, do you do that? I love the free samples, especially, oh gosh, it's already 2:30, because I haven't eaten anything, and then to have that, and then I had the little chicken. So I felt like I had a mini girl lunch, having those. And I'm trying to think, yeah, that was the only samples I got today. They always have wine and beer samples, and I saw they were doing some kind of, I know some people love Mountain Dew, but they had some kind of Mountain Dew alcohol drink. I don't know. I was walking there and it just Mountain Dew, and it was like spiked Mountain Dew or something. Like, literally sounds horrible to me, but no hate on those that love Mountain Dew. He loved Mountain Dew. I can't. I'm sorry. But I was like, oh, spiked. Wow. But they always have those samples. That is one thing. I don't get the alcohol samples. I'm just like, whatever. But they always have samples like that. No coffee samples today. I'm a little sad about that. I like to have my little coffee. I guess because it's hot outside. So they're like, oh, we don't need to do that. They were doing something in the frozen, probably some kind of ice cream or something. I don't know, as the person had, like, on break or something. But, yeah, so, it's fun. Let me know, how are y'all doing? Everybody that was also on the trip, how are you feeling? Do you feel like we're getting back in our routine yet? I feel like we still got a lot to do, y'all. There's always so much going on, and we'll get this together. And I know Warden Report was short, so I'm really gonna try working better on getting you some more information, filming a little bit more often on the Warden Report so that it's more entertaining for you. Look right there. Hey, aren't those amazing? The detail on those signs, y'all, are incredible. And Sharon made them. Just awesome. I love it. Thank you, Sharon. They're just so cool. This is the best thing ever. Look at this hydroponic strawberry. Look how big that is. Oh my gosh. Now, have you heard of Erewhon? Let me know if you're in the know. So apparently, Erewhon is this California bougie, like bougie freaking health grocery store. And I was watching somebody talk about, the silliness of it. They had a strawberry like this. And honestly, seeing everybody else doing their little TikToks about trying their strawberry. They sell one strawberry. It's supposedly from Japan. It's supposed to be the best strawberry in the world. For $19.99, a strawberry. I got a whole freaking pound, technically for free. If I wanted to pay, it would have been $4.98. So they could suck it, right? And of course, some of the influencers, there's like this whole thing where influencers over dramatize things. But I was like, this looks, and these. It's good, y'all. Now, is the $19.99 strawberry better than this? I highly doubt it. I feel like, no, there's no way it could be that much better. It's just kind of like how some people are like, oh, I have to have Louis Vuitton luggage. It's like a name thing, or Chanel. I don't even know what all these things are. But I feel like it's that, like, bragging rights. Oh, I paid $20 for a strawberry. I'm so bougie. But, these are really good, though. Let me know if you've had the hydroponic strawberry. Now, I know this said HEB. But, yeah, I mean, they're really good. Would I normally pay $5 for a pound of strawberries? No, but it was my freebie, y'all, so I was really excited. I think that's an awesome freebie. It is really freaking delicious. So freaking sweet and juicy, and yeah, it's really good. So I'm enjoying that, and then I had another one of those Sweet Carolina blackberries. Whew. That is like, it does not taste like a blackberry. Like the lady said, she was like, people are like, oh, it's a blackberry. Let me show you that. You can see. I mean, it looks nice, right? It's plump. Plump. Like me. Whoa. Wow. I gave one to Heath, and he popped it in his mouth, and he was like, what in the world am I eating? It like shocked him. So probably not the best thing for everyone. The strawberry, though, wow, that is so good. Let me know, have you found anything interesting at your store? Like I know my work sister loves the, it's a certain grape that she gets, I think at Walmart or somewhere. Some type of special grape that she says is amazing. So are there anything like that for you that you're like, oh my gosh, that is the best ever? All right, for dinner tonight, we have it. You're not going to be able to really tell what it is because I've already diced it up, but it is our March cook-along recipe, so channel members will be seeing that email probably in about a week. And then we've got a side salad and, of course, some avocado. And that's my dinner tonight. If you want to know what I had for lunch on Sunday, go to Heath's Instagram, and we posted it there as well. Right, for lunch today, I have some leftovers from last week. It's the beef fillet we had for dinner one night. I guess about half of the sweet potato, and there's also some mushrooms and onions mixed in. Have a little bit of the jalapeno habanero cheese, some sour cream, and an avocado, and that's what I'm eating on this fine Monday. And over here, the dogs. Hey, babies. Tonight, on St. Patty's Day, we got some corned beef, and I did some cabbage and jalapenos on the side. Doesn't that look good? Yum, yum. My lunch today is a taco tater made by Heath. So it's a sweet potato with some taco meat, and then I added some of the jalapeno cheese, and then there's sour cream, salsa, jalapenos, and then, of course, an avocado. Well, this is another week of the Warden Report. I hope, I know it wasn't as long, but I think it's also just it's a shorter week from Thursday on. But I hope y'all enjoyed this week. And yeah, I'm starting, today's Tuesday, so the ads are coming out on Flip app. So I've been trying to figure out what we're going to do for groceries this week. What's an idea? What are you cooking this week? Let me know and give me some ideas for meals. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please stay tuned to see all of our wonderful channel members, and give this video a thumbs up, y'all. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.